Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are going to be talking about Workhorse stock, and it's great news for WKHS investors. Remember to like this video right now, subscribe if you are new. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. All Workhorse Finance articles I mentioned in this video will be linked down below in the description. And without further ado, let's dive into our first article. These Workhorse articles will cover Workhorse's price predictions, current WKHS financial ratios, analysts' ratings, and their forecasted earnings in the upcoming future. From the start of October, Workhorse stocks fell over 5% down to $23.62. But if we as WKHS stock investors shake off this short-term pullback and take more of a long-term strategy approach, it will pay off. Look at Workhorse's one-year range. The low was $1.32 and the high was $30.99. If we factor in Workhorse Group's sales growth from the last 5 years, there has been a 16.2% increase, which means the company is slowly selling more products over time. WKHS earnings per share this year has increased 21.7%, plus Workhorse's outstanding shares are worth $105 million with a market cap of over $2.5 billion, along with Workhorse's moving average, which looks good, with a $20 50-day moving average. We do, however, have to remember that Workhorse only has 81 current employees plus 200 more potentially coming, and that the stock had an 8.43 receivable turnover with a 0.01 total asset turnover. Not to mention that gross margin was negative 1,452.17, a negative operating margin of 6,338, and a negative pre-tax margin of 9,869. So it's good and bad news for Workhorse. It's good that sales are increasing, but it's bad that they have to climb out of so much debt. Right now, Workhorse directors hold less than 5% of Workhorse stock, while businesses and institutions own over 20%. This means that other institutions are betting on Workhorse, which is a good sign for us as investors. Wall Street professionals project that Workhorse will have earnings of negative 0.1 per share, which will be an improvement from what we see currently. The earnings per share increase for this year has already been 21.7% and is expected to maintain this positive momentum into the next fiscal year. But let's keep a level head when we talk about Workhorse stock and look at some ratio indicators. Workhorse's quick ratio is 0.3 and their price to sales ratio is currently 13,183, which is crazy. Workhorse stock has had a volume of 25.28 million in the last 5 days, which is a great improvement from the former volume of 13.45 million. Even so, Workhorse still has impressed some analysts and brokerages, where one brokerage has said that Workhorse is set to continue to outperform the market, so they put Workhorse's target price at $23. Another brokerage also hired their Workhorse stock price target from $12 per share all the way to $27 per WKHS share. Earlier, I said that Workhorse directors only own around 5% of Workhorse stock, and that is because recently many directors of Workhorse and even the CEO sold their stock, which was a premeditated decision using the 10b5-1 method. If we look deeper into Workhorse stock, we see an enterprise to sales ratio of 607, a debt to enterprise value of 0.25, and a liquidity ratio of 0.67. This should at least tell some investors to heavily research Workhorse's financials and reconsider the amount of risk they are taking on by investing in this company. But here is the really exciting news overall. Currently, without Workhorse winning the USPS contract from the United States Postal Service, Workhorse has gained 1,398% growth in the last 6 months, with a yearly growth rate of 2,142%, compared to their industry, which has shrunk by 20%. Workhorse's growth estimates for this quarter are over 40%, and they're over 50% for the quarter after that. Workhorse Group's revenue has also grown 5,510% from last year, and this is not even including the U.S. Postal Service contract, which they could potentially be getting either the whole thing or a portion of it. Analysts forecast Workhorse's revenue to be around $2.3 million for this quarter and $18 million for the next quarter. Analysts also think Workhorse Group sales will grow 57,000% this quarter and almost 1,000,000% next quarter, which is absolutely insane. And that concludes today's video. Just wanted to keep you guys updated, and I'll see all of you in the next YT video.